What's up, everybody? This is Domingo Hero Network, and today's video, guys, I'm going to do a review of Yashahime Princess Half Demon Season 1, Episode 12. And of course, the name of this episode is called Night of the New Moon and the Black Hair Towa. And of course, you can also watch Yashahime Princess Half Demon, available now on Hulu, Crunchyroll, and Funimation. And also, of course, Yashahime Princess Half Demon is the sequel to Inuyasha and Inuyasha the Final Act. So let's get this review started, guys. So here we go. We're going to review Season 1, Episode 12. So let's get this started. And of course, this is a pretty interesting episode. Of course, this is the episode where when Toa used to um have her hair turn black. It's kind of like similar to Inuyasha, because of the whole planet, moon stuff was going on. So yeah, we're gonna review this right now. So let's get this started. So here we go. So the intro of this episode starts off with a few days before the night of the new moon. We finally see the one of the four pillars again. Kanton, since the last scene of him in episode 9. Kanton is still in the cave where we last saw him, and he is now exchanging conversation with the demon slash former sage Nikotsun. So Kanton shows um interest in Nikotsun because he hears that Nikotsun mastered a human craft before becoming an apparition. Contact wishes for Nicholson to go after Sassanatoa and Moraa and steal the rainbow pearls. Colton disliked the fact that these girls are half demons, and we also see Vera Colton being skilled in the handing fire as he shows Nicholson of what these girls look like through the fire itself. Content also used language of the transfer very similar to the language of Kinemaru and Riku. Nicholson makes the connection to Conton's wish to destroy the girls and believe that he is best suited to slay the girls because he is also both demon and human. And so Nicholson accepts Conton's orders. Fast forward to the day or two later, Demon Slayer leader Kohako informs Toa Sentinel about the demon that dries up the mountain named Nicholson. Kohaku asks the girls to slay the demon because of the villagers they are spoke about it. Nicosa is currently up in the mountains, like Kohaku describes, and has absorbed the nutrition of the mountains and trees, leaving all the plants dried up and deceased. There is also running monsters like air on the ground where the plants are deceases, most likely caused by Nicosis. Nicosis apparently waits for the girls to show up. Toa Setsuna and Kilala are on their way to find Nicosin to slay him. But Setsuna happens to see Moha along the way. Moha is currently in investigation of the soil on the ground. Definitely that is poison, but not poison from the apparition. She posted that the nutrients of the soil has been sucked out and asks the three villagers by her side if they happen to know who could done this. The villager replies to Moha saying that the ground got destroyed by the demon's poison by the work of Nicosin. Toa Sensuna meets up with Mora and tells her that they also on their way to slay Nicosin. Mora is currently not fond of the fact that she has to share her bounty again. Toa, Sensuna, and Mora are on their way together to find Nicosin walking up in the mountain and surrounded by the deceased plants and rotten soils. Mora has prevalent knowledge of Nicosis recall that Nicosis used to be a sage long time ago, but turns into an apparition because he strayed from the pack and runs with wicked thoughts. Moha sense the demon energy of Nicosin getting stronger, but Tora, on the other hand, explains that she does not see the demon energy. Setsuna finds Toa feeling a bit strange and seeing that her heartbeat and unusually faster than normal. Setsuna also believes because of Toa's half demon, she should have been out of the breathing for walking up in the step hill. Nicotin finally makes his appearance in front of the girls, and as Sasuna, Tora, and Moha are prepared to fight, Tora draws out her sword, but the demon energy in her blade unknowingly disappears. leaving it ineffectually. Setsuna tells Towa to stay back with my thoughts is in casting that she will protect her. Nicosa released a mist of venom through his mouth onto the girls, and Toa falls weak due to the venom. So Moroha attempts to cause damage on Nikosin with her sword, giving time for Setsuna to make their getaway. However, Moroha's sword caused no damage on Nikosin, and she is covering her mouth and nose with her cape in one hand, while fighting with the other. Moroha feels like the time is being to meet up with Setsuna Toa. Setsuna gives Toa one of her demons that protects her mask and can sense that the smell of blood when Toa is changing. Setsuna wondering why is Toa suddenly different today, as she doesn't seem to have any ideas. Demon joins Morha joins up with Setsuna and Toa and can ask Setsuna if she could borrow one of her protective mans, and she cannot fight Nikosa with only one arm. Setsuna gave Morha a protective man, seeing that she doesn't have a third. Morha goes after Nikosa again, and having more mobility than before. Morha sliced through Nikosa's body, beheading him from his body. Nicholson's body, however, makes an escape through the underground. Nicholson's head gets away even though Morhas tried to stop it. Setsuna and Kilana goes after Nicholson's head, and Setsuna asks Morha to take care of Towa. Morha plans to take care of Towa in a nearby village to settle down. We're currently walking along a bridge. Towa still feels weak, and we see a shot of her white silver hair mysteriously growing a bit longer. Soon after, the body of Nikosa that Mora beheaded him from the makes up his appearance in front of her and Towa. Nikosa's head that Setsuna and Kilala went after is only an illusion, and Setsuna realized that Nikosa core in his torso, but Morha and Toa are currently in trouble. Nikosa's body grows as a new head right in front of Morha and Toa. Morha gets excited for a little bit, telling Nikosa that she is collecting countless of bounties with his head, being able to resonate in the midst of his. Toa's hair started to turn from a silver to a black, but Morha does not realize just yet her excitement. And of course, Morha was telling Sansa, "Oh, what's with your hair?" As Nicholson grows in turning, Morha's plans to collect his head as an endless bounty and start shaking the bridge. Morha now sees it, and is confused to the color tones per finger and being responsible. Nicholson breaks the bridge, and Morha and Toa falls along it. Morha and Toa survive the fall, and Morha takes Toa, who is currently unconscious, into a nearby cave. Morha is confused about Toa's appearance as the color of the latch of her hair has changed. So Morha also does not count since does not sense Toa's demon's energy anymore, with Toa now looking like a human. Morha then calls out Miyuga looking at that. Then looking at him with her Beniyasha rose, Toa finally awakens and Miyoka tells Toa that they're in the middle of a new moon. Of course, the new moon is different depending on the half demon. So Miyoka explains to Toa that during the new moon, the demon power in the blood is lost. He goes on by saying that the new moon is differently depending on the half demon, which was being shown as virtual size of Inuyasha, Moroha's father, in his human form. Miyoka also remembers Naraku in the main sources in Inuyasha, since he was also a half demon, but unlike Toa and Inuyasha, Naraku was able to decide his time of weaknesses. To let's see, too. So what tells my Yoga, she never transferred into a human. Wow, she was in order. She was in another world, the modern era. Miyoka comes to the conclusion that perhaps she's never transformed in that world because she was not originally from there, but rather the feudal era of the world that they're in right now. So Moha also tell Miyoka that she has never gone through a point of weakness like Toa, and Miyoka tells Mora that there are not many incidents of quarter demons like herself, but maybe since that she isn't a quarter demon, but she has not experienced the new demon moon. I wonder was. Of course, Toa asks Miyoka if Setsuna was an effort, by the new moon, since they are blood sisters, and she is also a half demon. Miyoga believes that Setsuna will also lose her power and cannot escape the laws of the new moon. Toa began worry about this. Setsuna believes that Setsuna has also fallen to the human stage as well, and is unable to fight unable to fight demons. Toa Setsuna is defying Setsuna and helping Mamoru repeatedly knock her out, protecting her from doing so. So Moroha and Miyoga work together to create a barrier for the cave to protect themselves, and reportedly Tori and Miyoga assume Moroha that Nico-san is unable to see any form of them as long as they're in the spirit energy of the barrier that is up. So Hanko, Hitsune, and two other demon slayers are at the end of the forest to help Setsuna out. Hitsune joins Setsuna and Kilala to find Moroha and Toa, but because of Moroha's barrier, Setsuna is now unable to sense Toa and Moroha's demon energy, neither to smell them out. So Nicosia attempts to look for Toa and Moroha's body from the fall of the bridge, but was unable to find or sense them thanks to the spiritual barrier. Setsuna and Hisu meets up with Kohaku and the other demon slayers, and Setsuna tells Kohaku they were unable to find Toa and Moroha, but Kohaku tells Setsuna that there isn't much need to worry about. They reply to the girls, they handle them themselves. The demon slayers prepare a weapon to use against Nikosin, and they start to catapult fire bombs at him. Hisui tells us that they're burning out of the entire mountain, where either it's at the top of the stage, venom, or from worlds up. The fire from the demon slayer catapults effect. The surroundings of the Keiko and Mora are curling in. Toa wakes up and tells her that the demon slayer has me with Sensor. The fire starts slowly, removing the scrolls that holds upon the barrier in the cave, with Morha's barrier weakening. Mikosis can sense the girls again. Um, Toa Toa incidents against to find Sessa, but Mora tells Toa that she is slowing her and the demon slayer is now in her current demon form. Toa is worried that for Sessa, believing that she has also turned into a demon during the night of the new moon. Mora assumes that Toa then Sessa has always been able to handle herself in this area. Toa disagrees, with Mora telling her that no matter what area you live in, what girls feel will never change. Nicholson then finds the cake of Mora and Toa were hiding in it and will push both Mora and Toa back. Nicholson releases a strange mist from his mouth into Toa and Mora, and the girls begin to solidify similar to hardened clay. Toa and Mora are frozen, but Nicholson completely powerless. Nicholson plans to taking the frozen Toa and Mora to Kanton. Before Nichols is able to do so, Setsuna heard Toa screaming right before she became solid. Setsuna followed the screams of Toa into the cave where they are in and find Nicosa with the girls frozen. Setsuna used her scores of swallow attack to Nicosa, and Nicosa dropped more on Toa, where the solidified shell break and they are now free. So Setsuna and Toromara meet up with each other. Setsuna is confused at Toa's appearance, with her black hair and the lack of the demon energy. Toa wonders why Setsuna has to transmit to a human like her, since the moon is out. Mora referenced that maybe since Setsuna's dreams were stolen by the dream butterfly and the laws of the new moon does not apply on her. Nikosa appears in front of the girls and yet again, and this time he takes hold of Setsuna, saying that he swallows her entire of the demon for the sadly, and Nicosa's arm has been slicing off and settles Setsuna free. Soon realized that it was Toa who saved Setsuna. So we got a shot on the daylight breaking the Toa's demon energy returned back to normal, and Toa's hair has now returned with the white/silver, and the demon energy in her sword is affected again. Toa used her sword to draw out Nicosa's demon energy and defeated him once and for all. Morha is yet again bummed out that she was unable to collect a bounty. Just yeah, she was trying to collect a bounty, trying to collect the head of the country, but that didn't happen, unfortunately. Finally, the last scene is shown in this episode. Nicole learning new information about the night of the new moon. Half demons are weakness to witness towards human form. So, yep. And that is it for my review of Yashahime Princess Half Demon Season 1, Episode 12, guys. Overall, I gotta say this episode is actually good. I actually really enjoy Episode 12 and of Yashahime. This one, pretty cool. The whole new moon part with Towa's, hair turning from a white silver to black. Kind of like similar to Inuyasha. And, of course, it could have happened to Setsu, but that didn't happen to her because of the dream butterfly, took her eat her dreams and all that stuff. So that didn't happen. So yeah, overall, I thought this show was actually good. This was a good show. I thought it was a good show. Not pretty cool. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. So don't forget to like this video, share and subscribe, and post your comments in the comments below. Tell me what you think about my review of Yashahime Princess Half Demon Season 1 Episode 12. Did you watch this episode? Did you not? Let me know in the comment section below. And that's going to be it for this video, guys. So this is Domingo Hero Network. All I can say is take care. Have a good day. Goodbye, everyone. And Domingo Hero Network is signing out. Peace.